Hello, everyone, and welcome to Summer 2023 International Virtual Life Orientation. My name is Dmitry. I'm one of the coordinators of Student Life and Transitions team here at KPU International, and you'll probably see me one day on campus too. But today specifically, I'm going to be facilitating this live orientation session for you, so welcome. You'll also get introduced to other members of KP International team throughout this entire session, who will present on some important piece of information for you, so please stay focused, okay? Before going further, I would like to greet every new student on being admitted to KPU. Congratulations, guys. It's a big achievement and milestone in your life. Personally, I believe that higher education is no doubt is one of the biggest and most important steps in your life, and I wish you best of luck throughout your entire way. I also wish you meet a lot of great people from our both administrative and academic staff teams, as well as meet some new friends and other interesting people among our students, of course. So those connections could be very important, guys, and sometimes life-changing. So one personal tip I'd love to give you today is try to be as proactive as you can, I guess, throughout your entire journey with us here. This might set you up for success, not only in your early, post-secondary, or post-bac programs, but also in your entire lives. All right, thank you. And now we can finally move towards our presentations. First of all, sorry. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the local lens and read the local and read this short yet very powerful, in my opinion, and important acknowledgement. So here we are at Kwantlen Polytechnic University. We respectfully acknowledge that we live, work, and study in a region that overlaps with the unceded, traditional, and ancestral First Nation territories of the Musqueam, Katsi, Simyamu, Tsawwassen, Kikite, and Kwantlen peoples, and with the lands of Kwantlen First Nations, which gifted its name to this university. In the cause of reconciliation, we recognize our commitment to address and reduce ongoing systemic colonialism, oppression, and racism that Indigenous peoples continue to experience. Thank you for that. And then next slide is agenda for today. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this slide specifically. Just repeat myself that you will guys meet different staff members from KP International team. They're all great people. They will all support you throughout the entire journey here with us. But they also will be sharing some information on international advising services, student life and transition, study abroad, recruitment, admissions, and we even have a peer mentor visiting us today to share some information about that program specifically. We'll also watch somewhere in the middle, we'll watch a very important and quick video, 3-minute video message from our academic integrity department. Unfortunately, they were not able to join themselves in person today, but they were kind enough to send us this video. So we'll watch it later too. Speaking of the housekeeping rules, first and most important advice I would like to give you guys is to focus. I know some of you here to ask you questions. You might be confused, a little or a lot confused about so many things, about so many services that operates here at KPU. So try to focus the entire presentation, because most likely we're gonna answer your question throughout this session. Okay. Second, but despite that, you will still have access to the Q&A live chat box. It's just I want to advise you that this live chat Q&A box is currently closed, so you can focus on the beginning of the session, and we'll probably open it closer towards the second half of the presentation after 10:30, 10:40 or something like that. About the Q&A, our staff will try to give you the best answer, or at least let you know who exactly to contact at KPU to provide you with the best answer. And the most interesting questions, guys, will be also posted in the public section in the Q&A, where other students can also see them and react to them with the likes, in case they want to also know the answer for that question. And then by the end of the session, we'll wrap up basically the entire session with a quick 5-minute out loud Q&A. Well, I'll read some of the most interesting questions, and then maybe I'll do the call out for our staff members who can again repeat on those answers, as well as give you a little bit more detailed answer. Okay, so make sure you send your questions later too. Just important thing to remember as well is no personal or no case related or any delicate question will be answered here in live. So if you have any of those, please go and don't waste your time and go contact our services after this live presentation, or if you still send us this kind of questions, we might be actually referring you to our services, send you the email links or a specific address where you can find the answer. Okay, and then last but not least, this session is going to be is currently getting recorded. So if for any reason you're not currently watching this session, but you will click on the link later, so you will get access to the recording, so don't worry. Or if you're watching but you want to like rewatch it later, or you miss some information, you'll always have access to the recording through the link, as well as we're going to upload this recording on our KP International YouTube channel. Okay. Last but not least, if you're a student who are not exactly sure about anything, yes, you got this link, you're here on the orientation, but you also heard there's many other orientations. There's in-person portion of orientation, KP welcomes you. There's online course on Moodle, and you'll learn more about the Moodle course later in these presentations as well. So you don't know where to start, what to do with the orientation, go to kp.ca/orientation/summer, where we have a more detailed chart about all different like orientations that a new student need to go through, and basically give you more idea and understanding how the orientation process goes here for the new students at KPU. Okay, so all right. On this good note, I guess I'm ready to finally introduce you to our first and very special guest, and AVP of KP International, Carol, with the welcome address speech for you.
Thanks so much, Dima. Hello, everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to some of you. Some of you are in Canada already, but many of you are still in your home country. So I'm thrilled to be with you this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, to welcome you, to extend a warm welcome to you, and thrilled that you actually joined the session today. So first of all, I do want to thank you for choosing KPU as a study destination. We're well aware that you could have chosen any institution, pretty much any place to study anywhere in the world, and you chose to come to us at KPU in Metro Vancouver, and it's something that you will not regret. We can make you that promise. For some of you that haven't arrived in Canada yet, you're going to meet the team that's going to help you along the way. The one big thing that I want to leave with you today is you have so many supports available to you. So please do reach out. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't try to do it on your own. You have that opportunity to reach out to everyone and to get those services. So we have a fabulous team at KPU to serve you as an international student. You have access not only to all the supports that the domestic students have, but also additional supports. So Dima, who you've just met, works closely with academic advisors, peer student mentors. You have access to all of these people. You'll be matched with a advising and immigration team or a member. You'll also be matched, if you haven't been already, with a peer student mentor, and I understand there's one that's joining us today to talk to you about the kind of supports that they're going to be providing to you. Again, you have access to counseling services, to tutors, to additional English language support if you need it. And for some of you, English is your second or third or fourth language. You do have access to writing labs, to English labs. So take advantage of that, because you will need to communicate both written and oral in English throughout your studies. So do reach out and get that additional support. And they'll really help you along your educational journey. So I'd like to leave you with two important pieces of advice. The first one is attend classes. I know for many of you, when you went to university, or those who are attending university in your home countries, They just have to show up to write exams and do some of the work. But at KPU, it's very different. We are an applied learning institution, which means every class, you will work with your peers, you'll work with fellow classmates, you'll work closely with instructors, you'll work closely with industry. Every part has a worker integrated learning component to it. So it's very hands-on. If you choose not to go to class, you will likely fail. If you attend all your classes and you reach out to the supports when you need them, you will definitely be successful in your studies. So take advantage of what's available to you. You're moving to a new country, everything's going to be different. The food's going to be different. The language is going to be different. People are going to be different. Take advantage of that, reach out, make some friends, enjoy being in beautiful Metro Vancouver. So on that note, I want to thank you again for taking this very important first step, is attending orientation. And there will be a couple of orientation sessions available to you. And I strongly encourage you to attend every one of them because they will provide you with different types of supports and recommendations. So again, a big thank you. Thank you for choosing KPU. Please reach out to us. At any time, we have an office dedicated just to you. And as I mentioned, you have all the supports for domestic students, plus. So please reach out. We wish you a fantastic educational journey, a successful journey, and I look forward to seeing you in person soon. Take care, everyone. Over to you, Dima.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carol, for such a kind greetings for our new students. And I guess we are ready to go to our next guest, who is Sarah from the International Advising Team.
Hello, everyone. You can move on to the next slide, Dimitri. Thank you. Hi, everyone. As Dimitri mentioned, my name is Sarah, and I'm one of the International Education Advisors at KPU. And I will be going over the services our team offers and some key resources and information that you should take note of before you start your studies at KPU. So as described on this slide, our team aims to provide holistic support to international students for both academic and non-academic matters. We understand that international students have to adapt to new academic conditions and cultural differences. Keeping this in mind, we strive to build an inclusive and respectful environment where you can feel comfortable seeking support and guidance throughout your studies. Next slide. Okay, so let me introduce you to the International Advising Team. As an admitted KPU student, advising is one of the services that you will probably use the most often. We have a total of 9 advisors. 5 of our advisors, Manpreet, Leah, Sanam, Oksana, and myself, we are all situated on the Surrey campus. As you can see, all of our advisors are fluent in a second language. Manpreet is fluent in Punjabi and Hindi. Sanam speaks Farsi. Leah is fluent in Malay, Oksana in Vietnamese and Russian, and myself in Hindi and Urdu. Next slide. In the Richmond campus, we have 4 advisors, Hillary, Haley, Sangjo, and Vicky. All of them are fluent in Mandarin, except Sangjo, who speaks Korean. Apart from advisors, our team includes Kevin Lee. He's our manager he's the manager of international advising. Angel is our coordinator. Luciana is our advising support assistant. And we have 1 student assistant, James. So as you can see, we have a fairly large team ready to assist you as you progress through your program at KPU. Okay, we can go next. Thanks. All right, so how exactly can advisors assist you? So international advisors can help you with both academic and non-academic questions. I'm not going to read out the list, but basically you can meet with us if you have questions related to your program, courses, GPA, how to get support to do well in your classes. If you have questions about KPU's policies and procedures, if you need more information about study permits, post-graduation work permit, how to apply for a social insurance number, how to even get involved in student events and volunteering. So even if there's something not listed here, you could always come and ask the International Advising Team, and we will direct you to the right point of contact if needed. Yep, next slide. Thank you. Okay, so apart from international education advisors, we also have degree advisors and student success coaches as well. And it's important to know when to see which advisor. Okay, so for any immigration-related questions, Regardless of your program and how many credits you have completed, always see an international education advisor, okay? You should also meet with an international education advisor if you're in a certificate, diploma, or associate degree program, or if you're in a bachelor's program but have completed less than 45 credits. If you're in the 3rd or 4th year of your bachelor's program with 45 credits or more completed, then at that point, you need to see a degree advisor. For example, if you have completed 45 credits in the Bachelor of Arts in Criminology, then you will need to see the arts degree advisor from that point forward. If you're in any ELSD, ACP, or trades program, please see an international advisor. And if you're in the postbaccalaureate or graduate program, then you must meet with a student success coach in the School of Business for any academic-related questions. Next slide. Okay, now you might ask, how do I book an appointment with an advisor? So it's a pretty simple process. Step 1, log into advisorconnect.kpu.ca. And you can find this on one.kpu as well, which I'll go over later. Okay, so once you log in, choose advising international students, or you can choose degree advising or student success coach if you need to see an advisor from one of those departments. Okay, step 3 is to choose the location. If you want an on-campus appointment, select the appropriate campus. If you want a virtual appointment, then choose online. Once your appointment is booked, you will receive a confirmation email in your KPU email account. If you booked an online appointment, you'll receive an additional email with instructions on how to join the meeting closer to your appointment time. Please note that for online appointments, advisors use Microsoft Teams app. So if you will connect to your online appointment through your phone, it's important that you download the Microsoft Teams app onto your phone prior to your appointment, okay? Sorry, can you just go to, I just want to mention one thing. So there's a QR code at the bottom of this slide, and you can follow that. It has a video which goes over step by step and how you can book an appointment through Advisor Connect. Yeah, we can go next. Thanks. All right, so the appointments you book with an advisor are usually 30 minutes long, and we recommend that you book an appointment if you have several questions to ask or a complicated case or for course planning even. But if you have a quick question or two, you can join our drop-in sessions. We offer both in-person and virtual drop-ins every day, either in the morning or in the afternoon. You can go to kpu.ca/international/advising to check our drop-in schedule. You can join a drop-in session by clicking on the Join a Drop-in Session button, which is found on the website I just mentioned, about 10 minutes before the drop-in starts, okay? So for instance, if you're joining the 10 a.m. Drop-in session, you want to make sure that you join the session no later than 9:50 a.m. Once you have joined, enter your name as that will be your display name, and then you'll be asked to wait in a virtual room until you're admitted by the person who's facilitating the drop-in session, okay? Just one thing, just be mindful that during peak times, we may not be able to attend to every student who comes into the drop-in session. You are encouraged to join a drop-in session on a different day if you're unable to meet with an advisor on that day. Okay, next slide. All right, so before you begin your studies at KPU, we highly recommend that you spend some time navigating through each of these resources. This includes one.kpu.ca, online self-service portal, university calendar, dates and deadlines, KPU Moodle, online orientation course, and the Learning Center. And I will go over each of these in a bit more detail in the next few slides. Okay, so one.kpu is a really great platform. Once you sign in to one.kpu.ca, you can access multiple applications. I highly recommend that you go to one.kpu.ca and bookmark this page on your phone and your computer. There are many applications that you can access through it, but the ones we will go over today is OSS or Online Self-Service app, course websites, dates and deadlines, and the university calendar. Okay, yeah, if you can just click next. Yeah, great. Okay, so through the OSS portal or the Online Self-Service portal, you can pay your tuition fees. Okay, so simply log into your OSS, go to the student menu tab and click on student accounts and then account summary and payment. Here you can check how much fees you owe and make a payment through a credit card. If you don't have a credit card, then there are other ways you can pay as well. And you can check out the link provided below, kpu.ca/registration/pay. Okay, next. So through your OSS account, you can also obtain your personalized book list through your personalized book list. A personalized book list is created specific to the courses you registered for and is available about 2 weeks after you register for a course. Okay. To access your personalized book list, again, log in to your OSS, select student menu, select student accounts, and then click on View Personalized Book List to see a list of textbooks that you will need for your courses. Okay, so your OSS account is also the place to go to if you need to check your grades or view your transcript. So again, you'll have to log into OSS. You can select student menu and then choose records and then choose view grades if you need to see your grades, or click on unofficial or official transcripts depending on which one you need. All right. Okay, so apart from the online self-service portal, it's also important that you get to know the university calendar. Again, this can be accessed through one.kipu. The university calendar is the official guide to KIPU's academic programs, so it's important that you always refer to this resource whenever planning your courses. Or if you're interested in knowing about the requirements for a different program, you should also refer to the university calendar. Okay, so each semester prior to your classes starting, it's really important that you go over the dates and deadlines as listed on the KIPU's website. Again, if you search dates and deadlines on one.kipu, it'll give you the app for the appropriate page, okay? I recommend that you add key dates to your phone calendar or Outlook calendar. Some key dates include last date to drop from classes with 100% refund, last date to drop from classes with a 70% refund, tuition payment deadline, university closure dates, withdrawal deadline, and even grade submission deadline. All right, so another platform that you will access frequently as a KIPU student is course websites, or also called Moodle. This is an online platform students and teachers use to share information, communicate with each other, and complete activities related to the course. Every instructor uses Moodle in different ways, depending on his or her teaching style. But if you have an online class, you will be using Moodle probably to complete quizzes, submit assignments, access course materials and lectures, and you may even be required to participate in online group discussions through Moodle. Next slide. All right, so another thing that you should that should be on your to-do list is completing the online orientation course. This is a mandatory course, which means all new international students are required to complete it. The course is completely online and can be accessed through your KIPU Moodle or through kipu.ca/orientation. You can find it there on that website as well. The course covers things like how to get your textbooks, what kind of services are available to KIPU students, including the UPass program and KSA Health and Dental. If you complete the course by May 28, you can be entered to win up to a $500 tuition waiver. Next slide. Okay, so the Teaching and Learning Center is another resource to bookmark. The services offered by the center are free of charge and include online tutoring sessions, workshops, multimedia learning materials, and more. So to check out their services, you can visit kipu.ca/learning centers. They also offer tools and tips for online learning, which you can access through the following link, wordpress.kipu.ca/online learning. In addition to the online orientation, we also recommend that you register for the KIPU 100 Introduction to University course. It's a non-credit, one-week program free to all KIPU students. You can use the QR code to find the link to register for it, or simply search for it in the Teaching and Learning website. Some of the things that we covered in the KIPU 100 course are how to perform well in an online learning environment, how to manage your time effectively, strategies for reading text, taking notes and memorizing, how to communicate effectively online, how to work in online groups and teams, how to improve your test-taking skills, and how to use KIPU technology such as Moodle. On the right side, you can read some of the positive feedback provided by some of the students who actually completed this course. All right, yeah, next slide. So another important course you should complete is the Academic Integrity Moodle course. Academic integrity violation is a serious offense at KIPU, and you can receive a 0 on your assignment, an F grade in the course, or even be suspended from KIPU based on how serious the offense is. Many international students unknowingly commit this offense because they simply don't cite the resources properly or understand what plagiarism is. Therefore, this course is really important as it teaches you the meaning of academic integrity as defined by KPU, what plagiarism is, and how to do proper citations, quoting, and paraphrasing, which you'll be required to do in many of your classes. All right, so in addition to these courses, please take note of the many workshops offered by the Learning Center throughout the year. There are workshops on how to improve your writing skills, workshops on how to balance work and studies. There are also workshops to help you prepare for some midterms and exams for certain accounting courses. So just go to kpu.ca/TLC to find a list of workshops offered. Okay. All right, so KPU offers a number of different modes for course delivery, and I will go over each one of them. And these definitions can also be found on our KPU website. So in-person classes are pretty straightforward. They're offered on or off campus, but essentially they require you to be at a specific location physically. Before I go into online and blended courses, just remember that synchronous means something that occurs at the same time, while asynchronous means occurring at different times. Okay, so if you remember those definitions, it'll be easy for you to understand the terms that I described later on. So online synchronous are classes where the instructor and students are both online at the same time. The instructor may give a live lecture at a specified time. So important that you're logged into your Moodle at the scheduled time. Even exams are conducted online for this type of class. For online synchronous in-person exams, same thing as the previous one that I mentioned, except your exam will be conducted in person. So you will need to be on campus to write the exam. Okay. Blended synchronous is a combination of both in-person and online classes, where the online portion of the class is synchronous. So again, you must be online at a specific time, and then some classes will be in person. Okay. Online asynchronous classes have no scheduled meeting time. So the instructor may upload materials and lectures online, and you're responsible for going through them on your own time. Okay. Online asynchronous in-person exams, again, same as above, except the exams are going to be in person, so you have to be present on campus for that. Blended asynchronous is a combination of both in-person and online classes, but this time the online portion of the class is asynchronous, meaning you're required to attend the online component of the course. You're not required to attend the online component of the course at any specific time. Okay, and lastly, online asynchronous with synchronous exams is where you're required to be online at a specific time. However, for the exam portion, which will be online, you have to be online at a specified time to write the exam. Okay, I hope that was not too confusing. So I know we have gone through a lot of information already, and I hope I'm not losing you guys, but this part is really important as it relates to the post-graduation work permit program. So I encourage you to pay attention here. Many of you may plan to apply for the PGWP program upon completion of your studies. If so, it's important to take note that one of the criteria to apply for the PGWP program is that you must maintain full-time status throughout your studies. Okay, full-time means enrolled in at least 9 credits. There are a few exceptions. For example, you can take a scheduled break. This means you can take 1 semester off in a calendar year, provided that you remain full-time before that semester and full-time after. So for example, if you're a full-time student in the spring term and you wish to take the summer term off as a scheduled break, you may do so as long as you're full-time in the following fall semester. Okay. If you ever plan on taking a scheduled break, it's always recommended that you consult with an international education advisor first. Okay. Another exception is if you take an authorized leave. Okay, an authorized leave can be provided if you need to take a semester off that cannot qualify as a scheduled break. Okay, you must see an advisor for this. An authorized leave is only approved under extenuating or unforeseen circumstances, and supporting documentation is required for approval. Okay, next slide. All right. Okay, so some scenarios that may disqualify you from the PGWP program are, for instance, if you didn't register for at least 9 credits in your first semester, okay? If you registered in less than 9 credits for 2 semesters back to back. And it's important to note that if you register for 9 credits and end up withdrawing from a course later that semester, you will be considered part-time for that semester, okay? Taking an unauthorized leave from your studies can also make you ineligible for PGWP. It's always a good idea to check with an international education advisor if you're thinking of dropping or withdrawing from a course and are worried that you may not be able to maintain your full-time status. Okay, next slide. Okay, so if you find that you're unable to register for minimum 9 credits because classes are full, there are a few things you can do to increase your chances of getting a course. 1, try to waitlist for a class section that has the greatest number of waitlist seats open. 2, I would recommend try to waitlist for as many classes as you can that are part of your program. Okay, number 3, if you're on a waitlist for a class, remember to check your KPU email regularly, as you will be notified if any seats open up. If you receive an email, you will have 24 hours to log into your account and register for the course. You won't automatically get registered, okay? And then, so let's say that you waitlisted for a bunch of courses, but still could not get the minimum 9 credits you need to be full-time. Then you can try checking for seat availability during the first week of classes, okay? During the first week and 2, there's no more waitlist once classes start, but you still have the ability to register for classes if any seat opens up. And oftentimes seats do open up during the first week as students drop from classes for various reasons. So if there's a specific course that you want, then we recommend that you check, maybe 2-3 times a day during the first week to see if any seat has opened up in the course. If it has, then you can register right away. And then, of course, you can meet with an international advisor if you're just, kind of worried about not having your 9 credits in your first semester. Then, of course, meet with us as soon as possible. All right, so I just want to share this resource. So on our international advising webpage, we have several videos related to registration as well as other topics, and we're continuously adding more videos relevant to our international students. There's even a video on what to do if the class you want is full, so you can watch that if you are in that position. The link where you can find these videos is provided at the bottom, kpu.ca/international/advising/videos. All right, so lastly, if you ever have questions, there are several ways you can reach out to the International Advising team. 2 of these were mentioned before, booking an appointment through Advisor Connect or joining a drop-in session. Other ways to connect is either through phone, okay, and the phone number is listed there, 604-599-2866, or you can send an email to internationalstudents@kpu.ca. All right, so this concludes the advising part of the presentation, and I wish you all the very best, and I hope to see all of you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. There was a lot of important information for you guys. So if you ever want or need to refresh your memories on anything that has been just presented by Sarah, make sure that you just go back after this live and watch the recording. And now, I know Sarah has mentioned about the academic integrity course. As I said before, we're also going to watch a short 3-minute video from the academic integrity department people themselves. Let's just watch it right now.
What is academic integrity and why does it matter?
Academic integrity is a really important topic because it affects every student and our instructors. Academic integrity is all about honesty. It's about being ethical in your coursework. It's about being able to say you did your own work. It's also about not harming others.
A lot of different things can result in an academic integrity violation. If you cheat during an exam, don't cite your sources when writing a paper, copy another student's work, use previous year's exams from sites like Chegg or Course Hero, or pay someone to write a paper for you, you're going to be facing a violation. Other examples include submitting the same paper for more than one course, or using WhatsApp with classmates to collaborate on an online test. These are all academic integrity violations, and it's pretty easy for the university to figure out who has cheated. When you cheat, you affect a lot of people. It's not just about you and the violation. It impacts the people you copied from and their sense of trust. It affects the students who have studied independently and didn't cheat. It affects the authors you didn't cite, and it shows a lack of respect for your instructor and the time and emotional effort they're putting into teaching you. Nobody likes to feel like someone else took a shortcut or cheated behind their back. One day I'm going to be working as an employer, and let's say I'll be hiring someone from KPU. I want to make sure that that person knows their stuff, that they have the knowledge that I can trust them.
The vast majority of students have integrity. They earn their credentials. For some, it feels like there is just not enough time to study, or it feels like it might be easier to buy a paper online, or to copy a friend's paper from last year, but it's just not worth it. It affects so many people negatively, and I'd rather be able to say that I did my own work.
This is just an introduction to academic integrity at KPU. For more information, visit our academic integrity website, as well as complete our academic integrity Moodle course. All of this might seem a little bit intimidating, but you're not alone. KPU offers many resources and supports. We have librarians who can help you with research and citation, peer tutors for your courses, as well as workshops, counselors who can provide emotional support and guidance, and of course, your instructors want you to succeed. Reach out to your instructor to clarify expectations and to ask questions.
Thanks for taking the time to learn more about academic integrity, and we wish you the best of luck with your studies here at KPU.
Right, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you now understand how important the academic integrity part is, and I hope this video was also helpful for you. And make sure to go and check out their website when you have a time for sure. Our next guest is Josie, another coordinator of student life and transitions with the corresponding piece of information. Josie?
Yes. So hi everyone, my name is Josie. I'm a student life coordinator at KPU International. So our team organized fun on-campus event for international students, answer your inquiry regarding mentorship program, insurance, and transition to Canada. So today I would like to introduce you about the services and resources that we provided for students. The first resource that I want to mention is Moodle course, which was mentioned earlier. So please complete this one for your good start at a new journey at KPU. And then next, I would like to introduce about KPU Welcome You and First Year Festival. More detail I will give in right now. So with KPU Welcome You, next slide, please. For KPU Welcome You, I would like to mention that it's an on-campus orientations that happen on with several days among the campus. You don't have to attend all of those, just choose one day at the most convenient locations near your place. So we have 5 days in total. On Monday, we have it at Langley. Tuesday, May 2nd, we have at Richmond. And Wednesday, we have at Civic Plaza. And Thursday, May 4th, and Friday, May 5th, we have KPU Welcome You at Surrey. So next, I would like to talk about KPU First Term Festival. This is a week worth of free, flexible program and activity open to all first-year students registered in classes in any program from May 8 to May 12. First Year Festival is your opportunity to go beyond the basics and get deeper look at what KPU and the KSA have to offer through drop-in activities and workshops hosted by on-campus experts. These are some workshops on time management, advising, and some really fun activities. If you want to make some friends, go to First Year Festival. And then now I'm gonna talk about what documents should you bring before your travels. First of all, you need to, your flight ticket, your passport, port of entry letter, if applicable. And if applicable, you also need a visa. And also you should bring your confirmation of enrollment. And all COVID-19 border requirements, including vaccinations, mandatory use of arrival Canada, and any testing and quarantine or isolation requirement, and for all traveler entering Canada by land, air, or sea. For more information, please visit our website. Or if you have further inquiry about travel to Canada, please feel free to contact us at internationaltransitions@kbu.ca. As mentioned earlier, one of the things we do at Student Life is to help students with medical insurance inquiry. To start, I would like to introduce you about MSP. MSP, all resident of British Columbia must enroll with the medical service plan by law. To start, you can submit applications online or mail within the first 10 days you arrive in Canada. This is very important because it takes around 3 months to arrive. And why do you need it? As I say, it's mandatory to anyone who living or planning to live in BC for more than 6 months. It provides you with an unlimited coverage on basic BC healthcare, doctor visit, diagnostic services, lab services in BC. And the next insurance that I want to introduce you is GARMI. All new KBU international students are automatically enrolled after you register in classes. This temporary insurance coverage begins on the first day of the month. So for summer 2023, your coverage starts from the May 1st. That being said, if you arrive before May 1st, you should purchase early arrival insurance. And now I'm gonna explain why you need GARMI insurance. It provides you with the basic health coverage. It protects you financially. And as I mentioned earlier, MSP usually take around like 3 months to arrive. And therefore, you need GARMI to cover you while you're waiting for MSP. It's a rule of thumb that when you're living in Canada, you need to have some sort of insurance to cover you. And the next insurance that I want to introduce is KSA Extended Healthcare. It's called My Student Plan. So all new KBU international students are also automatically enrolled in this plan after you register in classes. It provides you with a 12 months coverage starting from the first day of the month when your program begins, which is also May 1st. This is a mandatory plan for all KBU international students because MSP and GARMI do not cover everything, including dental, vision care, prescription drugs, and many more. So you also need that. And the next resource that I want to introduce for everyone today is Keep Me Safe. We understand that when you're in a new country, it's totally normal that you feel your feeling is like a roller coaster. Remember, you are not alone. Keep Me Safe program is created to provide all KBU students with 24/7 online professional counseling. You can express your concern with counselor who understand the experience. If you refer in your referred language, they can speak your languages. And a counselor can help you with a lot of issues such as stress, having family or relationship issues. Also, if you experience any kind of physical, sexual, and emotional violence, please reach out to them as well. And all you need is to download the app and create an account. And the next resource that I want to introduce is KBU Safe. The new KBU Safe app is now also available for download. With KBU Safe, you can do a lot of things. You can contact security for emergency services. You can view interactive campus map to help you get around. or you can arrange an escort word to any KBU campus or share your working location with a friend. All of these things will ensure your safety. Also, KBU Safe is the best way to stay up to date in the event of a safety or security issue at KBU, such as during the winters, we may close the campus during the winter when we have severe weather. We may close the campus, and KBU Safe is one of the fastest way for you to track the updates. And now I would like to talk about volunteer. As you may know that Canada has a very strong volunteering culture. An employer would rate a volunteer experience very similar to any paid work experience. And at KBU, there are many opportunities for you to volunteer, such as you can volunteer in orientation, in convocations, or even in some events that our team organize. And by volunteering, you will get a chance to meet with different people, to expand your network, and you can get to know a little more about Canadian cultures. So there's a lot of benefits by volunteering. And of course, Student Life team also organize a lot of fun events for international students. And here is our event calendar for summer 2023. So as you may see here, in May we're gonna have First Year Festival, which is on campus, and in June we have a Turkish Slam workshop where we took students off campus to do some fun activities. And in July we may have the soccers, where you can meet new people and exercise a little bit. And for example, in August we have summer giveaway. We're gonna repair the summer care packages and given out to students. So as you see here, we have a lot of activities, and so please follow us on Instagram, my KBUs, for the most updated informations. And please note that all events here are tentative. We may change it, but don't worry, we will have a lot of fun events for you in the summer. So we hope to see you there. And of course, if you have further questions about Student Life events, please feel free to reach out to us at intelstudentlife@kbu.ca. And if you have any question that's related to transitions or travel, please reach out to us at internationaltransitions@kbu.ca. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josie. Next guest is another Sarah Byrne from Study Abroad team with some global learning opportunities and information. So Sarah, the floor is yours.
Great, thank you. I want to welcome everyone to Canada and all the best with your journey if you're here or you're on your transition to come over here to the West Coast. So I will be presenting about Study Abroad. As you are an international student coming over to Canada, you're already studying abroad, but our Office of Global Engagement is here to help, as Canada is also a multicultural country, and there's opportunities to also explore more countries around the world. Our office is there to support, and some top reasons to get involved are to improve other languages that you may be interested or wanting to know, like maybe wanting to know more about Japanese or Spanish or other countries and cultures around the world, broadening your worldview and experiences, enhancing your resume with demand skills that you can get through other global opportunities, and your network of contacts around the world. We've got a map here. We have international partner universities around the world and are welcoming our incoming exchange students from our partner universities here for a semester. And that could also be you going to visit any of our partner universities abroad. We also have access for scholarships and support through our International Global Engagement Office. There are mostly trying to help our Canadian students to go outbound, but also there's funds here for international students as well to help with also for you to get more experience around the world. Just to note that when you do participate, we are KPU programs here, so you will still remain a KPU student while participating on a KPU program. But going into the next slide. Here, these talk about the opportunities. So we do have a few international students participating in some opportunities right now, and we will look forward to connecting with any of you for helping with your plans as you're studying here at KPU for any of these opportunities. So I'll go over a bit of them, but I also want to encourage, and I know there'll be a link in the chat, I'll have more time on May the 5th for an info session. I encourage you to come there. It's 2 to 3 with a reception of some coffee and snacks afterwards. Well, I'll go into more detail about everything as this is just a highlight today. Exchange is for a semester abroad. Summer schools are about 2 weeks long, and we have international students in business preparing to go to Germany, looking at Munich in their supply chain management program for 2 weeks this summer, as well as a few international students going over to Switzerland for their business summer school. We also had a student, those students are going in person, but there are options to also take courses from our partners virtually. And we had a student, Indian student, take a course from the UK at Nottingham Trent University to understand some more about academics there. As we also had a student take some courses from France, knowing about what accounting and business was like over in France and Europe. So lots of options for summer schools that really is great fit for international students. We also have field schools. So a field school is where instead of your class just being in a classroom, you do kind of a field trip for 2 weeks and you get credit for it. And we have that is led by an instructor, and it's with a whole group of the class, goes abroad during the summer mostly, and the new ones will be posted this fall with a deadline of December 1st. This summer we have also an international student joining in a program, and they're going over, some are going into South America, to Colombia and the Amazon, and some are going to New York and Paris, understanding design and art and culture over there. We also have virtual programs, which are really great if you have commitments in Canada or where you are with work, studies, or personal life, and it's great add-on. And our virtual, as I mentioned, there's some courses to take abroad that you can add in as extra learning, or even we have internships. We've had some great success of students expanding learning with some international companies through some programs that really helps get them in the next steps after studies to graduation with a bit of work experience in an international sphere. So lots of opportunities here. I will go over more in the info session on May 5th. And for next slide, please. So this is just to share here more about who we are. And I also was wanting, I don't know if it'll be in the next one, just to highlight for any of those opportunities, if you are thinking of participating, our contact information is here. Our website is at Study Abroad, social media at Study Abroad on Instagram, and our website can also be linked in the chat. We have also our email here if you want to get to know us, and you can book an appointment with me on Advisor Connect for any more information. But it's also good to also think about checking out what you're interested in and having a follow-up. You can say for the next slide, I think I also mentioned on here. Yes, so that my name is Sarah Byrne. I'm also part of a bigger team that's here to help you as I'm representing our unit in Study Abroad. But I just wanted to note an important part at the bottom, that any of your thoughts about going abroad, if it is in person, to please overview that with the International Academic Advisor, as my colleague Sarah from International Advising mentioned, just to discuss more of how it can, anything related to your study and postgrad work permit and everything, just go over that with them if you're as a part of the planning process for any international opportunities at the same time. Okay, so just great to meet you. Welcome again. And just to conclude, more information, if you are interested in exploring the world a little bit more, come to our info session May 5th, 2 to 3. We're having some coffee and snacks afterwards. It's on Surrey campus or also hybrid. Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for the great piece of information. Yeah, while you are studying here in Canada as a KPU student, you don't have to just link yourself to this university. You also have opportunities to travel abroad or take a virtual programs or everything that Sarah has mentioned. So make sure that you read all the information and get interested in those stuff as well. Next, we have another guest from the recruitment and admissions team, Mr. Ken.
Thank you, Dima. Great presentation from everyone else. First of all, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Kenneth Abad. I am the recruitment coordinator for certain regions around the world. First of all, I'd like to give a congratulations to everyone on behalf of the whole recruitment and admissions team. Congratulations for coming to KPU and joining us here today and starting your academic journey with us. So just a little bit about myself and our team. So the recruitment and admissions team, I think everyone here should be very familiar with us. We're the team who receives your application online. We send out all your admission documents and communications as well throughout the whole admissions process. So maybe some of you here recognize my name or maybe seen my names in some emails reminding you to submit documents or just communicating with me with your inquiries. So I'm just here to give out a couple pointers on behalf of my team, just some reminders from the admissions team for you guys. So 2 reminders. So number 1 is study permit. So many of you guys may know already that the study permit submission deadline was April 15th, 2023. Just another friendly reminder to everyone, please, if you've already arrived to Canada, you should have received a study permit from the immigrations officer when you were at the airport. Just a reminder to please take a picture of that and send it to us via email. You could use the iSend app, or you could just email it to us at international@kpu.ca. And this is just for our records, so we know that you're already in Canada, you're here safely, and you're starting your classes. If you're not in Canada yet, feel free to send it to us as you arrive in the next day or 2. Hopefully you'll be here in a couple of days, or send us your approval letter as well that you received from Immigrations Canada. Second point is there's going to be a lot of students here as well who have not submitted your official transcripts yet. So just another reminder as well to please submit your official transcripts to us. If you were conditionally accepted, you would have been, in your offer letter, it would have asked you to submit your official transcripts before the start of classes. So you have the option to give it to us in person. You could come visit our offices in the Surrey or Richmond campus and bring us your sealed envelope from your institution and just drop it off at the front desk. Or you could request your school to email it to us directly. If they're going to email it to us, they could email it at international@kpu.ca. To remember, this is very important. It's part of the admission process to ensure that you've submitted official transcripts. Some of you may have just submitted your scans to us as part of the admission process. And that's how you would get conditionally accepted, with the condition that you need to submit your official transcripts. Lastly, I just want to give a shout out to everyone here to please download the iSent app. So it's an application that you could find in the Google or Apple Play Store. It's an app that lets you access everything you need to know, everything you need to access from the KPU website. Things like your KPU email, Advisor Connect, so you could book advisors, campus maps, and everything. It's also a way to submit documents like your study permit. Students are most students do download this already throughout the admission process as well, but just another reminder for you to download it. I am one of the administrators for that app in our team here, so I just want to remind that. Once again, thanks again for joining us, and I hope you guys were taking lots of notes, lots of important information, and very important information today. So hopefully you guys learned a lot and taking something home from this. Thanks again, and welcome to KPU.
Thanks a lot, Ken. And I guess before wrapping up today's orientation session and our live, and before inviting our last guest, one of the peer mentors themselves, I would like to introduce you a peer mentorship program myself. As a coordinator of student life, which is and this is a part of this program, and one of the main supervisors. I want to say that the goal of this program, if you never heard about it, is basically to peer up an existing experienced students with the new international students for the support in the first term. This program has been successfully operating at KPU since it's been established 3 years ago. So we kind of like celebrating 3 years anniversary this term. And the most, I would say, crucial part to remember about this program, that is absolutely free service available to all new students. You'll be automatically matched up with the mentor at the beginning of your term, and the mentor will contact you. You don't have to like ask or research who's your mentor or how to get connected with them. They will be they have your contact, KPU student contact, and then they will be contacting you via your student email. One thing I want to say is I want to encourage everyone to like take advantage of these communications, because mentors are experienced students. They've been in your shoes once in a while. They went through all those basic steps that new students need to go through, learn about all the different services available for you guys. So make sure that you respond to your mentor, ask them question, and get in contact with them basically throughout the entire term. And then one other thing, other than academic part or anything that is related to the study process, mentors also teach you, sorry, not teach you, but they also organize some fun activities and social activities for you somewhere in the middle of the term. So they will be basically like send you the information about that, and they will send you the invitation to that. That's also free. You don't have to pay anything. And that's another way to kind of be distracted from your study process and get a little bit more engagement in your process in your first semester. So this is kind of basically it. This is a description of the program. Of course, you'll learn more from your mentor, and I'll give an opportunity to one of our mentors to introduce themselves and talk a little bit their own experience in this program. Our guest is Eileen. Eileen, you here today? All right, I'll just put your video on the screen, and the floor is yours.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I am Eileen Faith Beswayan. I am taking Bachelor of Science, major in Health Sciences. I am in my second year now, and I have been with IPM for 3 semesters, and it's been a pleasure helping international students in their transition to KPU. International Peer Mentorship Program, or IPM, is designed to support you first-term students at KPU. So first-term students are paired with the current students as your mentor, where we provide you with all the information you need to succeed in your first semester. We host events and programs where you can meet other first-year students and find your own KPU community. As a mentor, we are current students who have the first-hand experience in the university that we can share with you, our mentees. Because who can understand each other better, right? I remember being a mentee myself last spring 2022, and my mentor back then inspired me to be a mentor. Being in a foreign land, battling with culture shock and homesickness, my mentor greatly helped me through my first semester by sending me emails about resources that we have in KPU. For example, we have counseling, the Learning Center, international advisors, and a lot more. He also answered my questions and connected me to offices and departments in KPU, which greatly have an impact in me. That's why right after my first semester, I applied to be a mentor. Being a mentor was a privilege because in this way, I can share my own experience to my mentee and help them to thrive in their first term in KPU. What I love about International Peer Mentorship Program or IPM is that we recognize that all international students are different and different students will need different levels and type of support. That's why don't be afraid to ask us, your mentors. We are here for you. Utilize us. Use us. We highly encourage you to email us, especially if you feel alone or confused or have a question. Take advantage of our resources. Also, join our social events. There is one coming this May 9th, and I hope you can go because it is an opportunity for you to build friendship and network not only with your mentor, but with other mentees too. As I end, here is my advice. What you do today will have a domino effect in your future. That's why do your best so that your future self will thank you. Again, welcome, and we can't wait to see you in KPU.
Thank you very much, Eileen. That was very helpful, and thank you for the reminder. Guys, we're gonna have a welcome event for all new students organized by your mentors. The invitation, again, check your KPU student email because the invitation will be sent over by your mentors and with all the information and details. It's going to be on May 9th, next week, next Tuesday, and the time and all the other details you can get from that email from your mentor. So check that out. Again, this is actually it. This is all for today, guys. Thank you a lot for staying with us. I hope all the information we presented on with my colleagues today was helpful to you. We tried to put some information in the published section of the chat for you, some useful links, so check them out as well. I did go through the questions. There were not too many questions asked today, so we're not probably doing Q&A loud, like I said at the beginning. But I want to encourage you as well to contact us at any times if you have any questions by going to kpu.ca/international/contact questions. And then you also can just take your phones if you have them with you or take it from your family or friends nearby. And you can hover over this QR code and this will send you to the link. Or you can just always go to the KPU International website and just scroll down and find our contact information out there. And you can send us your questions because before your classes start, guys, this is the best time for you to kind of like learn as much as you can, understand as many things as you could. And we also encourage you to attend the in-person part of the orientation, which is next week, as my colleague Josie has presented. It's going to be throughout the entire week across the different campuses here at KPU. So go to the KPU/orientation/summer. We have the link in the chat for you. And then make sure that you register for the in-person portion and choose the campus that is more suitable and closer located to your area. Okay, so this is it. Like I said, probably no Q&A for today. Thank you so much for your time. And once again, welcome to KPU, and we're going to see you on campuses next week. Take care and good luck with your studies.